Welcome to my live stream. Alrighty, at this point in time, the launch itself, the commentary will probably, the SpaceX feed will probably start in about 15 minutes time. So I'm just getting myself sorted here. It all looks pretty good. They tend to update the last live update is would be on X, so you can go to X to just have a quick look and see what they're saying. Usually they'll say something like there's they're loading propellant or something like that. But they should have started loading the propellant not that long ago, so I had to get that finished, and it's time critical. They can't leave it for too long because the fuel warms up again. It's not really the spaceship itself is not cryogenically lined, so they put the fuel in and then they have to use it or offload it again. Okay, here we go. It's an update was done about 30 seconds ago. Propellant load of the super heavy booster is underway. Live coverage starts in around 15 minutes. There you go. That's the best news we can get from this. All right. So okay. I always say this. I'm very definitely a non-profit organisation. If you've just bumped into my stream because you're looking for some chat and commentary and stuff like that, I've got a couple of recommendations I can make here. One is the I'll just see if I can find him, the Everyday Astronaut. I'm using an anonymous browser, by the way, just so I don't accidentally show my own details by accident. Okay, you've got the let's just go to YouTube. I think not go to that one. couple I recommend. The only reason I recommend them is because I watch them myself. I watch their show. Everyday Astronaut. There we go. This man here. He's pretty good. Where's his live stuff? That'd be it there, I think.
Thanks, that isn't just any cookware.
Sorry. Well, there's trouble using anonymous browsers. I'm going to get ads up the razoo, as you might imagine. Anyway, there's the Everyday Astronaut. He's pretty good. We'll just park him over there. I sometimes like to see what the other people are up to as well. And then one I have a look at is you'll get lots of chat and stuff like that. They're commercial. They'll probably try to sell you an overpriced coffee mug or t-shirt, but that's fine. It's called NASASpaceflight. That one I always recommend. Give you a bit of a selection here. There you go. Right, and then probably get it
loose.
Yeah. Okay, they've got their own coverage.
So cool. I hope it doesn't happen again. But
everyone's anxious about this launch. They need to. SpaceX definitely needs to get a success under their belt. They've had about three failures in a row, and it's just starting to get a little bit too much, I think. We'll just see if they say a little bit about it. All right, there's that one. Let's park him. What happened to it? I'm just going to just park it there. You might find it odd that I'm immediately recommending other people's shows, but this is the sort of person I am. I just want everyone to find something they want to watch, I don't have any ego about the whole business. NASASpaceflight, wasn't it? NASASpaceflight. Just watch it. There's a couple of fake. There's always some fake streams going on. They're trying to sell you Bitcoin or something. So don't click on any. Don't do any sort of QR codes or anything like that unless you know what you're doing. They try to sell you Bitcoin and stuff, so there'll be fake streams and that going on as well.
Hey, heads up, we have a hold.
Oh dear.
If you look at the clock on the top left.
Don't say that, mate. Just got out of bed. I didn't get out of bed for nothing. No, I got out of bed an hour ago. It's all right. Yeah, there'll be plenty of chat in their stream. So we'll just keep an eye on our own stream here. My own stream. Right. Okay, I've covered that. Also, I don't know if the old Thunderfoot. He's a kind of a skeptic. He's a bit cheeky, but he sometimes does it. He sometimes has something good to say. Not everybody's cup of tea. Sometimes he does. He does a stream, but I don't know. He might. It depends. Depends what time of day it is. He might. He's got a day job, so he might be working. Over in the it's middle of the night over in the UK. He works in Europe at the moment, so I don't see anything there. But he just sort of suddenly comes on. He certainly does know his stuff. That's a fact. So we've got Thunderfoot to check out later. All right. That's all the promotion I'm going to do for other people right now. Okay. What are we going? 15 minutes. They said that a couple minutes ago. Yeah. Well, we'll check back in 15 minutes time. 10 minutes time and have a look. Right, now the flight profile itself, if we can get past the advertising blurb, find some details. Yeah, alright, okay, here we go. Yeah, it gives you an approximate breakdown of the flight. So all the excitement tends to happen in the first 10 minutes or so. They'll do the launch up to the nominal orbit, suborbital orbital trajectory. Then it'll coast for about 45 minutes or so. They'll play elevator music or just talk or something. So I'll just have to fill in that dead air for a while. I'm in it till the end. Don't worry. You can just tune back in later. I think after the launch. The launch itself will be 10 minutes, and that's when a lot of exciting things, interesting things happen. Then they'll coast for about 45 minutes, and then they, if all goes well, they'll do the re-entry over the Indian Ocean. So it is just now coming up to. It's just past 9 a.m. in Australia East Coast time, so it'll be getting light in that part, the western part of the Indian Ocean as well. So that's why they're timing it. They want to see the ship come down in the morning light, so instead of at night time. So they want to get a good look of it. They go and put cameras out on buoys and or buoys, as some people call them. To try to catch the landing and stuff like that. So it's calling it a landing is generous. It's really a controlled crash into the Indian Ocean. But anyway, whatever. So it's about an hour or so, or maybe a bit longer. Now the trajectory itself, it's a bit different. They're not attempting a catch. Just like Flight Test 9, they're not attempting a catch, which in itself is interesting. I might have a little word to say about that later. They're kind of revealing their hand here a bit. Okay, they'll launch from BOCA. It'll do the ascent. They'll hot stage the booster. The booster will flip over approximately 180 degrees and do what they call a boost back burn. But really, it's a type of braking burn, because they want to reduce its velocity down so they can bring it back down to Earth. So it will actually, I've actually simulated this in Kerbal Space Program. The booster itself will actually boost into a slightly higher orbit, but going in the opposite direction. So that means that they can bring it more or less straight down. So they're gonna bring it down in the Gulf of America. It's the Gulf of Mexico. Again, calling it a landing is a stretch. It's a controlled crash. So they're not trying to bring it back to the. They're not doing a return to launch sites, and they're not trying to catch it. Now that's interesting. That implies that they're having fuel problems. Because that's the way they save weight, is by just not bringing it back to the launch site, because that consumes a fair amount of fuel. So I don't care what excuse that they're giving. For some reason, they're reduced the amount of fuel that they put in the rocket, which implies that they're having weight issues for some reason. Okay, so the ship itself, Starship, if you want to think of it like that, it's a rocket system. So the first stage is called booster, and the second stage is called ship. And they may not be consistent with that terminology themselves. I wish they would, because it reduces confusion. Ship will continue on into getting itself into boosting itself out of the atmosphere and getting into a suborbital, what they call a suborbital trajectory. Then they'll do a couple of tests they've got some tests planned, which are interesting in themselves. It's a suborbital flight, and it's they don't want it to go into orbit yet, because it honestly isn't up to orbital quality yet. They don't want such a big ship to be in orbit, because then you've got to bring it back down again. So by just keeping to a suborbital trajectory, they know it's going to re-enter, and they know where it's going to land or crash. So if you're wondering why they don't just push it into orbit, that's the reason. It's not quite there yet. Having such a big ship in orbit is a big deal, because they've got to know that they've still got control of it enough to bring it back down again. And also there's a thing, if the tanks explode or something like that, it's going to create a big cloud of debris circling the Earth, and everyone's starting to get a bit concerned about the amount of rubbish up there in orbit, because when you run into something, you run into it at kilometers a second. It's like being hit by bullets. So it's getting to be a big concern. So the suborbital trajectory is guaranteed to come down it's guaranteed to come down in a particular location. So that's why they've done that. If they're a bit more confident about ship, they would put it in an orbit, I think, just to test it out. So that's a reason there. So that's it really. It's fairly straightforward. The commentators will have a lot more to say about it. Let's just go back to see is anyone talking yet. Save me doing this talking. I can drink the rest of my cup of tea. Let's see if we got anything here yet. No, it just keeps taking me to X, but you don't have to use X. The SpaceX website's got its own video player, so that's the one I use. I don't like X. I deleted my X account But let's not get into that. I try not to be too cynical this morning. You know, I think everyone's pretty much worked out what sort of person Mr. Musk is. So I don't think I need to dwell on that any further. But SpaceX itself, you know, I try to separate him from SpaceX. SpaceX is a fine company. I mean, it's got got some good engineers, clearly. It's just the propaganda around the Mars thing is what gets up my nose, to use an old Australian expression. Yeah, it's utter nonsense, basically. This is not a moon rocket. This is not a Mars rocket. This is not even a moon rocket. Basically, it's an overgrown satellite launcher, and I think that's all that they're really aiming to achieve, to be quite honest, despite what they're telling people. Because there's no cabin in there yet. There's no life support. There's no abort system. Because if you've got live astronauts in there and something goes wrong, you want to be able to save them before they die a horrible death. So there's no abort system or anything like that. So you can't tell me this is going to be a manned rocket. It's just not. And I can't see that he's actually. There's no evidence that he actually is working on any. SpaceX is actually working on any other versions of the rocket just yet. It might be in the planning stages, but we certainly haven't seen it. We haven't seen what the cabin and life support looks like, and that's the stuff I'm really interested in. So there you go. Just I won't say take their propaganda with a pinch of salt. I'll say just reject their propaganda completely at this stage, until they demonstrate otherwise. You know, where's the cheat? What can you say? All right. We might have some action here. Yeah. No. Come on, start talking. Yeah, but you know, if you want the chat and all, I'll keep saying it. If you want the chat and the coffee mugs and the t-shirts, you know, check out Everyday Astronaut or NASASpaceflight. They're always good value. They'll be that some of them have been streaming for almost a day. So you know, they oh, what happened to that one? They know what they're doing. Oh, I shut it down because there was an ad. That's right. Yeah, there's going to be more ads, right? Yeah. Let's keep refreshing it till something shows up. Better go and have a quick look on X to see what's going on, in case there's been any updates. I should leave it here too. Right. Send. Oh no! I think they've cancelled. Hang on. Let me check. Standing down from today's 10th flight of Starship to allow time to troubleshoot an issue with ground systems. Yeah. All right. We'll give them a couple of minutes, but yeah, I think it's scrubbed. Damn. Okay. just getting warmed up here. Hang on. Let me very quickly update my title. I don't want to. I'll just put scrub question mark because I'll just confirm this. It sounds like they're gone. Yeah, it sounds like they're toast. Standing down. Yeah, it sounds like they've done the whole kit and caboodle. All right. Oh, that's a shame. All right. I guess their backup date is in 24 hours time. It'll be same time tomorrow morning. I'm sorry about all that. I'm disappointed too. I was getting warmed up to watch it. You know, I hope that SpaceX succeeds. Well, at least in this endeavour, it's all right. if they finally get an orbital craft going. It's got issues, and the whole design's got issues. That I think the main one is it's too heavy. People think that it's too heavy. Alright, he's made it out of stainless steel, and that's pretty unusual. They usually make it out of titanium or aluminium. The ship part, the booster's probably fine. The ship part's too heavy. They usually make spacecraft out of titanium or aluminium or beryllium or even carbon composites, which are a lot lighter. So because they appear to be having weight issues, that's why the test craft is pretty much empty. It's just a shell. And they're having to push their rocket engines right up to the limit to generate enough thrust, and people think it's causing vibration and stuff, and that it's wrecking the fuel lines in the rocket. So they reckon that if they are pushing the engines to the edge of their ability. Well, he's got 33 engines now. He's going to need some more engines. So interesting times. Or it could be people speculating. People could be completely wrong about it. But I don't know. It seems that that's what's happening. So that's, if they're having weight issues, that's why they're not. There's no cabin or anything in there yet. They should be doing all these things by now. But they're not. they're certainly not doing it yet. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. All right, it sounds like it's been scrubbed for today. They're standing down. I'm just trying to get confirmation of this, but I think it's pretty sure that they've run into a hitch, and they've got to be 100%. I don't begrudge them this. They've got to be 100%, 110% sure of everything. You're having an issue with the ground systems. Well, you got problems. You got problems. Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. I think that's what definitely. I'll give them a couple more minutes. I think that the text is standing down from today's 10th flight of Starship to allow time to troubleshoot an issue of ground systems. It sounds like a scrub to me. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. So let's see what someone else is saying.
Left, we have entered into a hold.
According to the website, I want to quickly point out that this is according to the SpaceX website, and we are waiting to hear what this means. This could also be, I don't know, them adjusting something and just something looks weird, but we're standing by for more information. Yeah,
fair enough. Let's hang in there. But I to me that means only one. Standing down means they're standing down. It's not a hold; it's standing down. But we can be confident, and I don't mind these. These other guys got to keep their fans in there a little bit longer. I think. It's fair enough. They want confirmation. They're not wrong. Thunderfoot showed up. They probably didn't. Oh, there he goes. There we go.
Be interested in burning some holes in the middle of Starship, which.
Okay, well, there we go. We got Thunderfoot. There you go, Thunderfoot. He's my kind of cynic. Yeah.
But the other thing is, when you actually take a look at this thing up close and personal, you'll notice that. I won't show his stream because I don't have permission. But he's pretty good. I'll go and watch his stream later. Actually, I'll watch the VOD after mine because he's always got something interesting to say. And he's a research scientist, so he's what he's going to say is going to be more or less correct.
Well, when he's speculating, I hope that he makes it clear that he's speculating. So we get any updates from here. All right, I'll hang in there for a little bit longer till everyone's definitely say they're scrubbed, but I'm pretty sure they're scrubbed. They're pretty sure they're scrubbed. You don't stand down. You go into a hold if they're just checking something out. How confident you want to be.
I want to hear an update from, I don't know, the designer of the booster forward section.
Oh, there's
the grid fin
there
motors.
was.
Like,
Yeah.
give me that.
Is that Scott
all
Manley?
of the Tim tours that Tim has done and
Was that
posted at
Scott
Starbase,
Manley?
Some of my very favorite moments are when Tim gets to talk to other employees.
Buy a t-shirt
who
if you
just,
want.
like,
Exactly.
go down the rabbit hole on detail. Like
Yes.
the high
I think it's Scott Manley. He's a Scottish fellow. Oh, he lives in America now. He's just gone full time too. He used to work at Apple.
high level stuff is great.
Like
but,
Scott
I mean,
Manley.
you're here. You're watching NSF. You probably want some fine detail.
Crab
and
Bish-
that's definitely
Crab
what we all
Beard,
want as well. So
Lover.
anytime you get a subject matter expert like that to just like. The company gives them license to cut loose and actually say.
Yeah, you probably, I don't really have permission to show this stuff. It's you'd have to go if you're interested in what they're saying. Go over and watch it. That's all I could say. I'm going to keep getting ads on this channel. Oh, this is horrible.
Let's break the cycle. Try Oral-B Overnight Protect toothpaste. It's standard.
And give me a button to skip the ad.
overnight, so you wake up with superior plaque protection. Break the
Yeah,
cycle.
your teeth are
with
lovely.
Oral-B.
Get on with it.
Mornings at
Oh,
Hungry
for
Jack's
God's
just
sake.
got...
No. I'm going to show anyone's advertising unless they pay me. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
Cracked with the shuttle. Starship is basically doing exactly the same thing as the shuttle, but Musk is
Yeah. Oh, sorry about the sniffles. I got a bit of hay fever. Unfortunately, I still haven't bought a new microphone. I've still got my mic on my headset, so it tends to pick up my sniffles a bit. I was gonna buy a new microphone when I got monetized. I'm still trying. Yeah, certainly. YouTube doesn't make it easy. They like you people working for nothing. Clearly. Okay, the announcement's now 15 minutes old. And they're not showing any commentary. Yeah, they won't start the feed. And we will not start the feed. Standing down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all over for today. To come back tomorrow. Gonna have to haul my ass out of bed tomorrow. Unless they change the dates. Their backup date was the same time, so they usually have to sort out the dates because everyone's got to have notice and that, all the airlines and stuff, so they have to know in advance. So I'll try to use their backup time, their backup slot, which is the same time tomorrow. For sure.
Stuff. It's gold. It's gold. Hopefully we
Yeah.
get that.
I was gonna.
For your upgrades, no?
Right.
And you want to have multiple
Right.
pads
That's
because hey, guess what? There's a chance
that's
that
Scott
one gets
Manley,
taken out,
the
and
man
that
with
would
the
suck if you were
Scottish
partway
accent.
through like a fill process, right?
He's good.
Backups are better than backups are important. Backups for your launch pads, backup for your entire species.
But yeah,
I'm
I'm
disagreeing.
not sure. Like, no, you're good. I'm just like
What
not
happened to
sure.
their
I've heard
chat?
some people say they expect the tower to be torn out, and I'm like, whoa. I don't know.
What happened to their chat? It's been interesting. They cut me off because I'm using an anonymous browser or something, perhaps. Oh, there you go. There you go.
You
It's
leave
just-
for
just,
2-3 days. You come back, and it's
It must-
wildly different.
It must have been
so-
downloading it. So the chat's still going. Okay, yeah, okay. They're just filling out the dead air. Fair enough. Just exactly like what I'm doing. Scrubs, not ruds. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you'd rather they stand down than take a risk. I'm not saying anything here. They're not even showing the. They're not even showing that first picture that they're showing anymore. I'll keep going for a little while longer. Just in case people are still tuning in. It appears to be scrubbed. They've sent out a message on X saying they're standing down because of they got ground control issues. The actual text says it was sent about 18 minutes ago on X. It was said standing down from today's 10th flight of Starship to allow time to troubleshoot an issue with ground systems. Now that sounds fairly serious. So the various websites are still confidently chatting away, but we're pretty sure it's scrubbed. So it's going to be the same time tomorrow. Unfortunately, is their backup slot that they've got arranged with the FAA. Yeah, it's all very disappointing. Yeah, what can we say? It's just this is space flight. Space is hard. This wasn't the ship catching on fire or something like that, unless they're telling us a lie. Trouble is this.
Wanted to know how long is the planned orbit? So there's no orbit from launch.
Yeah, it's
to
scrubbed. It's scrubbed.
re-entry,
100% sure it's scrubbed.
is
Okay.
less than an hour. So, I mean, just over an hour from it's. The landing is about an hour and 6 minutes after launch.
This is everyday astronaut.
That's what we can expect if this happens tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see
Okay.
here.
I don't need to show anymore. 100%. It's scrubbed. So I'll just go from the top. These other websites, they're commercial, so they'll keep chatting away for a bit longer if you're interested in what they have to say. The one I recommend is Everyday Astronaut. That's that fellow there. He's pretty good. There's also there's lots, but these are just the ones that I watch. So I only recommend stuff that I watch myself. We've got NASASpaceflight, which is this one here. They're pretty commercial. You can see they've got their merch up there. Everyday Astronaut will have merch as well, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, go to his website, go to his channel to find out. Now for something a little bit different, we've got Funderfoot,
Interesting though is like
which
we're
is
saying, particularly on eBay, and then you think,
which is he's a research scientist, so he knows what he's talking about a lot of the time. He's one of the old you've got to be hanging around YouTube for a long time. He's one of the atheists, the traditional atheist skeptics. So he's got bored with atheism. He's got bored with debunking feminism. So he's moved on to other things, which is fair enough. I think all those other subjects have been done to death. So he's a little bit different. So there you go, two commercial ones and Thunderfoot and me. Sport for choice, eh? Sport for choice. All right, I'm about to shut down. So if anyone came along to my stream to have a look, yeah, thank you very much. Unless something dramatic happens, I'll be here again tomorrow morning. Although I'm going out tonight, so I'll want to sleep in, but I'll set my alarm clock so I wake up. So yeah. So unless something dramatic, I'll schedule the stream straight away. So for tomorrow, unless something dramatic happens, I'll be here, and so with the other free groups that I recommend. Okay, so catch you next stream.